Hello everybody, today I'm going to show you how to install Grafana on your cluster and then plug it into with Prometheus so Prometheus can feed the data, time series data that Grafana will display. So let's get started. So to do this, I'm going to follow the official instructions from Grafana to install Grafana on my cluster. So all we have to do is copy this file that they give you, a YAML file that has all the things that you need. I already have this in my computer, so I can just show you. It's just a YAML file. I just copied it, pasted it. I didn't even look inside it. It just works. So what I'm going to do is apply that file, and we will create three different things. It creates a persistent volume, basically a disk. It creates a deployment, and it creates a service. So once you do that, then all we have to do is port forward to the service that's running. So if we do kget svc, you see that Grafana is already running as a load balancer service. Now we're going to port forward to that using the command that they give you on the website. And now I'll put a link into that I'll put a link of that URL in the description so you don't have to copy down anything. All right, so the port forwarding is on. So I should be able to go to localhost 3000 and log in as admin. And it's going to ask me to change the password. I'm not going to save it. I'm going to give it a new password. And now I'm into the Grafana UI. Right now we have no data source. You don't see anything. There's no dashboard or anything. So it's just up and running. It has no data to display to you. So now we're going to add a data source. And in my previous video, you saw that I had Prometheus installed. So all I'm going to do now is, I don't want to, let me do a Control Z and then put this in the background. Hopefully I didn't lose my UI for that. Okay, that's good. All right, so now if I do kget svc minus capital A, because it's done in a different namespace, I get all. You will see that Prometheus is running on this IP address and on that port. So I will need that port 8086 on the IP address. So I'm going to add a data source of type Prometheus. All it needs is the URL. So that's the IP address, and 8086 is the port. That's all I need. Save and test. And it says data source is working. That means it's able to get to the data. Now, if we go to the home page, we go to dashboard, we add a new panel. It doesn't really matter what you call it. This is our data source Prometheus. Now, what data do I want to show on Grafana? So select a metric. These are all the metrics that we have available to us from Prometheus. Remember, in Prometheus, when you install that, we didn't add a whole lot of whatever default came with it. So if we do that, if I run the query, it tells me that it builds me data for alerts. You might recall from the previous video that it had memory alerts that was going off because that's the only thing it was monitoring. So you would see that. That's how much memory it was used by the pod or pods. That's one data. We can also look at other data. If I do that, run a query, it's a regeneration count. So I think it's like a restart count, and it's all zero because we didn't restart anything. However, if we do something like admission controller, I think we get real data. So I don't know what the data means, but you see it's going. When we installed Prometheus, that was, I don't know, maybe 3 hours ago. So it's actually 12:30 right now. It's almost 2 o'clock. So you see how it's going up and up. So it's getting actual real live data from the data source in Prometheus. Let's see if we can pull something else. Admission duration. Anything more interesting? I don't think we have any webhooks, but let's see what happens. Oh, so it looks like there are webhooks that are running in our cluster, and you see all of them as well, and you see that they started about 12:20ish, and it's still ongoing, right? So that's the idea. You install Grafana, you tell Grafana, hey, your data source is a Prometheus server that's running on this public IP address. In real production, you're not going to do that. You're going to go through some kind of API authentication through tokens or secrets, something like that. But anyway, the idea is something's going to feed Grafana the data. In this case, Prometheus is feeding the data, and you can grab that data and make dashboards and whatnot, whatever you want. So this is how Kubernetes, Prometheus, and Grafana work together. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and that really helps me with the YouTube's algorithm. And I will see you in the next Kubernetes video.